You're melting away in front of my very eyes. You have. And my blood sugar's down like 60 points from when I normally wake up in the morning. It's working. I like it. That's great. That's why well, I haven't been the second time this week. Yeah, to do something. I'm back, baby. You don't like her, do you? No, actually, I like it. I really did. Insane. She's got her own. Yeah, she's still living at home. Me? No, he does. So how did you get the sugar down? I've been taking, for 2 years, I didn't take, I thought I'd start taking medicine. Up in Jargon or something. Yeah, is that any good? Yeah, I can't handle it. Everything else. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta work through that and help you not eat so much sugar. Well, if I eat a lot of sugar, I'm gonna get a bit sick, so I'm just cut out the sugar.
It's like drugs to me. Yeah, that's true.
Right, truckers, it's time for today's roll call. I'm hauling coffee. I'm hauling books.
Chairs.
And I'm still hauling coffee. From hauling coffee to more coffee. Progressive Commercial saves safe truckers an average of $3,740 when they share their ELD data with us. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Safe customers face NFMCSA inspections, driving history, and other data before higher transportation. Not available in all states. Savings not guaranteed. Every renewal driving data could increase or decrease premiums.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you could be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
Sometimes you'll understand that
The Red
the
Eye Radio Million Mile Club
Heal.
would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Metro Shopping Center, Alice Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers
And-
Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more.
on the road.
Located under the Health and Wellness app, and sign up today.
shooting there in 2 days. This time, police have arrested a 21-year-old who allegedly killed 8 people as he drove through 3 different villages. The BBC's Alexander Milatonovich says it's rare.
We have seen the Serbian president announcing further measures to tighten up and strengthen the regulation of gun ownership and gun possession. Those rules are very strict already, but Serbia is one of the countries with the highest number of arms per capita. So Serbia is in the top 4 countries in the world, despite all the tight rules in gun possession as well.
On Wednesday, a 13-year-old boy there used his father's gun to shoot and kill 8 classmates and a school guard. New claims about a conservative activist giving Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas and his family a financial hand. This time for tuition payments for his grandnephew's private school. Correspondent opinion is in Washington. She was a 2012 donation of $25,000 framed by conservative judicial activist in India. The Washington Post Protesters in New York City are demanding charges be brought against a white Marine veteran accused of choking a homeless man to death in a subway car.
How can we start saving and helping those who are literally needing the help?
Prosecutors say on Sunday's MTV Movie and TV Awards in New York won't have a host.
Please welcome Drew.
Barrymore has pulled out in solidarity with striking Hollywood writers. She says she'll be ready to host next year. MTV is owned by our parent company at CBS, Paramount Global. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Attention business owners, stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom-designed building. Just call 888-74-STEEL. That's 888-74-STEEL to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies, from Fortune 500 corporations to startups, have trusted General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful. I recommend General Steel to anyone looking to build a steel company.
Stop wasting money on rent. Call 888-74-STEEL. That's 888-74-STEEL to find out about all our popular construction kits, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building. Just call 888-747-8335 now. That's 888-74-STEEL.
Check out the highway redo near Minneapolis. If you drive that past the highway along Princess Paisley Park Museum and Studios, you'll soon see a lot of purple signs, that is. The Minnesota Senate has voted to dedicate to the late pop superstar a 7-mile stretch of Minnesota State Highway 5 in Chanhassen and Eden Prairie. Governor Tim Walz is expected to sign it, designating it as Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News. A new look for some old games. Hasbro is sprucing up classic board games so they're easier for older players to enjoy. They include bigger pieces, larger font sizes, and fresh content geared toward seniors. Game of Life allows players to pick a generation to play, from the greatest to baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Enjoy and more private internet daily. Be more cyber-savvy. For a limited time only, get our special offer at NordVPN.com. With a few simple clicks, NordVPN will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers, internet without malicious websites, internet without malware-ridden files. Imagine your data more secure, your connection protected. CyberZen. Take advantage of our special offer now at NordVPN.com. VPN, cybersecurity built for every day. Chico's knows. Chico's really knows. Chico's has served the river region for over 40 years. Now they invite you to get to know Chico's Auto Pros, an all-new full-service automotive service center specializing in five-star customer service for all your collision repair, auto service, and tire needs. Conveniently located on Atlanta Highway, just minutes from the Eastern Bypass in downtown. Chico's also knows convenient loaner car service, after-hours key drop-off, and leading financing options for all things auto. Call Chico's Auto Pros today at 239-9510. Chico's knows. Dissecting politics with exclusive interviews, commentary, and humor. Useful Idiots with Katie Halper and Aaron Marte.
Major news, guys. I know everyone's talking about it, and it's a historic moment. Something huge happened. Justice was done, and a major step towards democracy was taken when Katie Halper Twitter was restored.
Congratulations on winning your identity back.
Thank you.
Without your Twitter account, really, who are you? Useful Idiots, wherever you listen.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylaquire.com. License number 84417.
Some changes to forecast for today. Models are in more agreement on a few showers passing through during the day today. Early as this morning, but throughout the day, some showers could push through. Nothing heavy, nothing widespread. It won't rain that much, but that shades clear. Otherwise, it's mostly cloudy. Highs we drop them into the upper 70s. For tomorrow, we've lowered rain chances to 20%, highs in the mid-80s, upper 80s for the rest of the 7-day with chances of showers and cold. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We're going to start this Friday out with a problem with Troy Highway at Bell Road. There's a very bad accident reported there. Troy Highway at Bell Road. Keep your eyes open if you're heading that direction. Otherwise, we're looking good. Interstate system's moving smoothly. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. The Front Porch Grill in Millbrook. That's where friends meet. Home cooked meals are served and no one is restrained. Stop by the Front Porch Grill, Diesel Highway in Millbrook. Buckle up against the wall for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Graduation season is here, and school officials at Auburn University at Montgomery say this weekend marked a year in March with 2020 class. 611 students who walked across the stage to receive their diploma. That's 180 more students than usual. Here's graduation set for tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Montgomery's newest tourist attraction, Montgomery Whitewater, is hiring craft guides. And craft guides will be visitors longer, not water. You don't have to have experience, but we may need it. Montgomery Whitewater has 5 up-to-1 training places. Today is Cinco de Mayo. This weekend is the Kentucky Derby, and as always, several events happening across our area. One big event is Sweet Free Farm Market Spring Chicken Festival. There will be 50-plus vendors, inflatables, and more. A festival Saturday. I'm Jasmine Williams of your Morning Headlines.
Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earning Concrete Technologies. For years, you've heard me talking about our concrete projects, from stamped and patterned concrete to foundations for commercial manufacturing, driveways to commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have equipment for clearing lots for construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, and pretty much any application where land is overgrown. We have mulchers that can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and upturning your property where additional grading might be necessary. To clean or clear your property, call Penny Earned at 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook at Transformers or call 334-284-9292.
Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet daily. Be more cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at NordVPN.com. With a few simple clicks, NordVPN will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers. Internet without malicious websites.
What's that look like in there? What's that look like?
Without malware-ridden files.
What does that look like? Whoa, that's dark.
Your data more secure. Your connection protected. Be more cyber zen. Take advantage of our special offer now at NordVPN.com. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. A moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, one more time, once more. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is May the 5th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Grace and Change. Our scripture insight today comes from Exodus 2:11 through 15. But Exodus 2:14 says, Moses was afraid and thought, what I did must have become known. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is May the 5th. It is a day that has never been. It is a day like all the other days that will never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back to do the things that you should have done that you didn't. So whatever it is that you do with this day, remember, it is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. One time around. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you've lived a little while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, that's up to you. But whatever you do, while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever, ever give up. You never quit. Because quitters, well, they never win. And winners will lose sometimes, but they never quit. So don't you. Don't ever give up. My mother said nothing beats a failure but a try. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You'll get there. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Tom Felton, and I titled today's reading, Grace and Change. The crime was shocking, and the man who committed it was sentenced to life in prison. In the years that followed, the man, in solitary confinement, began a process of mental and spiritual healing. It led to repentance and a restored relationship with Jesus. These days, he's been allowed limited interactions with other inmates. And by God's grace, through his witness, some fellow prisoners have received Christ as Savior, finding forgiveness in him. Moses, though now recognized as a great man of faith, also committed a shocking crime. After he witnessed an Egyptian beating a Hebrew in Exodus 2, he looked this way and that and killed the Egyptian. Despite this sin, God in his grace wasn't done with his imperfect servant. Later, he chose Moses to free his people from their oppression. In Romans 5:14, we read, "Death reigned from the time of Adam to the time of Moses, even over those who did not sin by breaking a command." But in the following verses, Paul states that God's grace makes it possible for us, regardless of our past sins, to be changed and made right with him. We might think that what we've done disqualifies us from knowing God's forgiveness and being used for his honor. But because of his grace, in Jesus, we can be changed and set free to help others be changed for eternity. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Exodus chapter 2, verses 11 through 15. One day after Moses had grown up, he went out to where his own people were and watched them at their hard labor. He saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his own people. Looking this way and that and seeing no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. The next day he went out and saw two Hebrews fighting. He asked the one in the wrong, "Why are you hitting your fellow Hebrew?" The man said, "Who made you ruler and judge over us? Are you thinking of killing me as you killed the Egyptian?" Then Moses was afraid and thought, "What I did must have become known." When Pharaoh heard of this, he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in Midian, where he sat down by a well. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for your life-changing grace. No matter what we've done, we can find forgiveness and new life in Christ. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, you had the word. It's Friday. Now it's time to get up. Let's do it. General. That's right. No PT today. No PT. None of that. We're just talking. Every day we run to the sun. No sweat, Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. That's better than nothing. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. They're always complaining. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey! Here we go. Better than C rations in MREs. Airborne all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needing to breathe. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way, airborne, airborne, all. Some people you just can't please. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on. Early one morning. The drizzling rain. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump, that's to say it, 1 minute to go. Green light lead with the cheering blow. Time to rise and shine. It's Friday, weekend eve. Hey, I finally got. I'll tell you later. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. Okay, now, since it is Friday, we don't do PT on Friday. Okay, we're the reserve crew. Okay, when the crap hits the fan really bad, they call us. We got to be in some semblance of shape to get out there and do what we got to do. Anyway, good morning to you. It's 6:22 in the morning. And now let us pay homage to our armed forces of the United States of America. Along with our local heroes, you know, besides Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Montgomery Police Department, good morning, folks. Good Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, and Derek Cunningham and all those guys over there. My good friends at the Sanitation Department who come to work way before I do. And and the police, because they be trying to get me every day going down Madison Avenue. I don't speed, guys. Save your time. Go someplace else. You never catch me speeding. That just don't happen. Because when you listen to Luther Vandross, you can't speed. It just won't let you. I'm just telling you. Did I miss anybody? Oh, the maintenance department. Good morning to those guys. And last but certainly not least, I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to say hello to the mayor of the city of Montgomery every morning. He's still the mayor. I like the guy. Except for being a Democrat, he all right. I mean, his brain may be bigger than mine. I'm not sure. That's right. Good morning, Maxwell and Gunner, home of the United States Army Intellectual Brigade. We like to call those guys our top guns, where people from all over the world come here to Montgomery, Alabama, believe it or not, to learn from the best. We call them our top guns. And we wait for them F-35 to come here any day now. To be here later in the year? Okay, I'll wait on. Yeah, the F-16s took off. I saw them go in the sky. I said, well, there go some friends of mine. And last but certainly not least, the United States Marine Corps, whose motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines couldn't pronounce that, so we cut it short to Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fi or Semper Fidelis, it all means the same thing. Always. Not sometimes, not 3 days a week. Always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. It's time to rise and shine. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and the United States Marines. Boom, 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 boom. All righty then. Now, we'll come back in a few minutes because I got my audio presentation this morning, and it's one you've heard before, but it makes so much sense. How many words does it tell? How many words does it take to tell your life story? How many words? Can you believe that sometimes only 6 words can tell everybody what they need to know about you? We'll be back.
XFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by Luquire. AC by Luquire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyluquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyluquire.com. License number 84417.
Some changes to the forecast for today. Models are in more agreement on a few showers passing through during the day today. As early as this morning, but throughout the day, some showers could push through. Nothing heavy, nothing widespread. It won't rain that much, but that chance is there. Otherwise, it's mostly cloudy. Highs, we've dropped them into the upper 70s. For tomorrow, we've lowered rain chances to 20%, highs in the mid-80s, upper 80s for the rest of the 7-day, with chances for showers and storms. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440. Good morning, Montgomery. We've got an accident at Troy Highway at Taylor, so please use caution. Troy at Taylor. The accident, I believe, is on Taylor Road, just past New Harvest. There's 2 vehicles. One went off the road into a house, and we have got requests for heavy rescue, and this is affecting traffic on Taylor and Troy. So use caution in that area. Outside of that, we're looking pretty good. No other reasons for an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. From a simple patient transport to life and death situations, Haynes Ambulance is there for you both on the ground and in the air. Haynes Ambulance, ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is major delay.
When it comes to esports that squandered their potential, none have come close to Halo. Halo Infinite was supposed to usher in a new era for the esport, but 343 Industries bailed out of their decade-long plan in less than 12 months. News moved from bad to worse once again as franchise director Frank O'Connor just left after running Halo for 2 decades, continuing an exodus of the team's leadership. Do you expect Halo to make a comeback, or is our favorite Spartan done for?
The latest esports and gaming news.
Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
Those stomach issues ruined your birthday?
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or AT, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TIGER to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermal, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TIGER to 321321. That's TIGER to 321321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, Montgomery's new lash, brow, and facial spa, is now open. Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, located at 8713 Crossland Loop, specializes in facial services, full body sugaring, and lash and brow services. Still thinking about
about that Mother's Day gift you have to get? Think Madam's Aesthetic Lounge. Give your loved one a haven of tranquility at Madam's Aesthetic Lounge. They work to help their clients feel beautiful inside and out. Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, 8713 Crossland Loop Road. Call 334-293-1033. And right now, they're offering you a sweet deal just in time for Mother's Day. Head to this station's website for a $50 gift certificate for just $25. For every $25 you spend, you get a $50 gift certificate. This deal is perfect for Mother's Day. This is sure to sell out quick, so act fast. Head to this station's website and take advantage of a sweet deal for Madam's Aesthetic Lounge just in time for Mother's Day. Visit this station's website and click on Sweet Deals.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I was helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-945-5577. 800-945-5577. 800-945-5577.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact check!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Before we go to 6 words, I just wanted to remind folks they are. Let me see now. When is this going on? Central Alabama Neighborhood Health Initiative will host a health and wellness city fest on Saturday. That's tomorrow at Riverfront Park and Amphitheater. And join us for the day of health awareness and fun and activity. We're also looking for community partners to join them. If you're interested in having a booth, please fill out the registration at the form. So go to the City of Montgomery's Facebook page, and you can sign up for that thing if you need to. I just got this today. I don't know why they don't send me things. I don't have time to send them right. Yeah, then I'll tell you guys. But anyway, it seems it's going to be hosted by Tanya Terry, and music is going to be by Sold Out Groove, whatever that means. But anyway, from 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I'll be in an upward bound thing tomorrow with my child. So we're going to be doing that. But anyway, check it out. Go to the Facebook page of City of Montgomery, and you can find more information. Also, new park at the Cleveland Avenue YMCA. Little kids got a place to go over there now. Now, hopefully, we just keep the people down from doing terrible things over there, and that part of town would be all right. Of course, they do it on this part of town, too, so I guess it's all good. But anyway, well, thank you. But anyway, it's nice to see the little kids with a place to go. See the mayors over there shaking hands and everything like that. Hey, y'all need to take a picture. That way, if he becomes president, y'all, I know I shook his hand, stuff like that. Anyway, all right. Other thing, but we'll do more about this. Maybe we'll get somebody on to talk about that later on. They don't call me anymore. I don't know where Waller is, but that's okay. We got it going. Oh, we know what's going on. Also, one more thing to tell you about. I think May the 10th to the 13th or somewhere like that. We're gonna have the Black World Series by Tyson Foods. Uh, I'm not really much of a. It'll be the Black College World Series presented by Tyson Foods, and it's going to be at Riverwalk Stadium. I believe it's going. What day is that going to be on? Well, somebody tell me what day it's on later on. Later on. I don't know. I think it's going to be on May the. Anyway, it's going to be in May sometime. It's going to be in the next week or so. But I'll get the right thing here. I shouldn't even say anything about it because they didn't even give me the they didn't even give me the nobody sent me anything except one of our listeners. They didn't send me nothing. I mean, they act like I ain't black or something. Send a brother something over here so I can tell the folks about it. Maybe they see some baseball going on and they'll change their mind about going shooting and stuff. So this, give me the stuff now. Give me the info. All right, and then I'll get it out there for you. I'm widely listened to. Come on, man. All right then. Is that it? All right. And if I got anything else, I'll let you. But before the show is out today, I'll go back over these things one more again. All right. Anyway, how many words does it take? Well, today you got to find out what 6 words can do. We'll be back.
My name's Adrian Canamore. My absolute generally favorite thing about Spawn would be the scheduling portion. It actually shows me, who. Bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk. She shaking ass everywhere, ass everywhere. Ass. Bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk. She shaking ass everywhere, ass everywhere. Ass. Bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk. She shaking ass everywhere, ass everywhere, ass when she walk.
Not waste your pain. God will not waste your pain. But I said, are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. God will not waste your pain. Cry in the midnight, but weeping will endure for a night. But joy will come in the morning. Let them fire you on your job. No weapon sown against me will be able to prosper. Let your enemies think they have the upper hand. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. But God will not waste your pain. Go through whatever you got to go through. Cry as long as you think you need to cry. But then pick yourself up, take a bath, put some clothes on, come back to church on Sunday morning and said, I thought I'd never stop crying. But the Lord dried my tears. I thought I'd never laugh again. But here I am in the house of God, justifying that if you trust and never doubt, he will surely bring you out. Somebody got a story that I just mentioned a moment ago.
You know what I've noticed about God's trials? He hardly ever tells you this is a trial, and if you hold out for 6 months, you'll be through. And some of us get to 5 months and 29 days, and we give up. Didn't know we only had one more day. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. There's no precedent in the Bible for giving up. God determines how long the test will last, not we. Never give up. You cannot bypass endurance. You know whom I'm speaking to at the moment? Me. You cannot bypass endurance and enter into the promises of God. You can come so far. The completeness is only through endurance. And just when it seems impossible to hold on, that's the time to hold on. Don't give in. I would like to say that to several of you individually. You're in the test. You're doing all right. Just hang in there. Don't back out. Don't give up. God is faithful. I've been asked sometimes if I had a message to leave for posterity, what would it be? I always say I can get it to you in 3 words. God is faithful. God is faithful.
God will not waste your pain. God will not waste your pain. But I said, are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. God will not
face your pain. Cry in the midnight, but weeping will endure for a night. But joy will come in the morning. Everybody here has a 6-word story. But thank God, that's just one chapter. God has not written the end of the book. Because when you look in the back of the book, there are some answers in the back of the book. If you don't know how things are going to turn out in your life, the answer is in the back of the book. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth passed away. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven like a bride dressed up for her husband. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. There shall be no more sorrow or crying, no more pain or death, for the former things are passed away. Behold, we see through a glass darkly, but one day face to face, I will know even as also I am known.
6 words. What 6 words can you put together and tell your story? Anyway, good morning to you. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. It is Friday morning. It's weekend eve. Okay, it's Saturday Eve. It does amaze me that these days go by so quick on the weekend. I mean, whew, it's tough out there. Anyway, it's time for Lessons of Life and Word of the Day. Good morning to you. 6:48 in the morning. We got to be there by 7 o'clock. You got 12 minutes by which to arrive. Let me see now. What is the word of the day? M-O-X-I-E. Moxie. What does that mean? It means kind of like me, energy and pep, determination, courage, know-how. Okay, so all of that don't really fit me, but most of it does actually. Moxie. So if somebody ever tells you need a little bit more moxie, a little more energy, a little more pep in your step, some determination, and most of all, courage. Courage seems to be a lacking attribute in America today. I mean, we get our feelings hurt by somebody saying something wrong. You hurt my feelings. Give me a break. Grow up. Anyway, so moxie. All right, get your moxie on today. Have a little energy, a little pep. Listen, don't be a drag to everybody else. Get somebody else pepped up. You know what I mean? Get somebody else. Show them your moxie. Show them that you rolling. Yeah. And you know what? When you cry alone, but when you smile, the world smiles with you. Okay. So just show some moxie today. Okay. I'm just saying. That is the word of the day. M-O-X-I-E. Moxie. Okay. Now, the lesson of life today is one that's serious and yet simple. Serious and simple. I know most of the times those two words don't go together. Okay. But today's lesson of life, these two words go together and like twin brothers and sisters. Okay. Okay. Now I'm saying. Okay. Serious and simple. There are family members who haven't talked to each other for years. There's fathers that haven't talked to sons. There's sons who haven't talked to fathers. Daughters that haven't talked to mothers. Mothers who haven't talked to daughters. Cousins who haven't talked to one another. Daughters that haven't talked to their dad for whatever reason. Dads who haven't talked to their daughters it is the list is endless of people who think that they are mad at each other for some nefarious reason. Okay, there comes a time in your life, and not at the funeral. Okay, because at the funeral, it's too late to make amends. So here's what I have learned in this thing we call life. My mother used to say, "Don't give me roses when I die, because I cannot smell them." And so I did not. If you don't tell people why they are alive, things you want them to know, they'll never know them. So today's lesson of life is in that vein. Okay, sometime, someplace in your life, if you live long enough, you will understand there is healing in saying, "I'm sorry." Doesn't hurt you anything, doesn't take any money, doesn't do any of that stuff. "I'm sorry" will go a long way to mending the hurt in each of us, whether we're the recipient of it or we're the ones who are passing it to somebody else. But to say "I'm sorry," you'll be surprised of the things you can accomplish by just using those two words. "I'm sorry." Yes, you swallow your pride. Even if you think you're right, say it anyway. It is a cleansing moment for you. And once you do that, well, if the other person doesn't accept it, then that's a burden on them. Okay? So sometime in your life, you will understand that there is healing in saying, "I'm sorry." You might want to say that to a couple of people you know before this day is out, because you don't know if they're going to be around tomorrow. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It is May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I don't care about Cinco de Mayo. This ain't Mexico, so I don't care. This is America. Okay? I'm waiting for the 4th of July. That's what I'm talking about. On May the 5th, 1821, Napoleon Bonaparte, 51, died on exile in the island of St. Helena. 1494, on this day, this is what they say anyway, I had no video to prove it. During his second voyage to the Western Hemisphere, Christopher Columbus landed in Jamaica. In 1818, a political philosopher, Karl Marx, who I used to love to read his books, the co-author of the Communist Manifesto, that's why I'm all messed up, and author of Das Kapital, was born in Persia. In 1862, I used to go out to the University of Notre Dame, because that's the only place I knew where I could get that. I could read about Karl Marx, and that stuff sounded so good when you're young. I mean, it really did. James Ingraham. I mean, they put some stuff up there, make a brother want to just give up everything he got. Yeah, but I've grown out of that. 1862, Mexican troops defeated French occupying forces in the Battle of Puebla. 1891, New York's Carnegie Hall, then named Music Hall, had its official opening night, featuring Russian composer Peter Tchaikovsky as a guest conductor. In 1892, Congress passed the Geary Act, which required Chinese in the United States to carry a certificate of residence at all times or face deportation. Well, that's a good thing we don't do that the other way. 1925, school teacher John T. Scopes was charged, believe it or not, in America, in Tennessee, with violating the state law that prohibited teaching the theory of evolution. Scopes was found guilty, but the conviction was later set aside. 1934, the first Three Stooges short for Columbia Pictures, Woman Haters, was released. 1942, the wartime sugar rationing on this day began in the United States of America. The year was 1945, the only fatal attack of its kind during World War II. A Japanese balloon bomb exploded in Gerhardt Mountain in Oregon, killing the pregnant wife of minister and 5 children. Denmark and the Netherlands were liberated as German surrender went into effect. 1961, astronaut Alan B. Shepard Jr. became America's first space traveler as he made a 15-minute suborbital flight around aboard Mercury capsule Freedom 7. 1981, the Irish Republican Army hunger strike Bobby Sands died at the Maze prison in Northern Ireland on his 66th birthday without food. I can think of a lot of ways I want to go, but I'm not giving up eating. I may be out of food, but I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat something. 1994, Singapore Kane, American teenager Michael Fay. Good. That's one they won't forget. In 1994, Singapore caned a brother, American teenager Michael Fay, for vandalism. Whoop, what? No, the ACLU wasn't there for that one, was it? A day after the sentence was reduced from 6 lashes to 4 in response to an appeal by President Bill Clinton. Yeah, buddy. We need to bring some caning back to the United States. Take care of some of these teenagers. 14 years ago, Connie Cope, America's first face transplant recipient, appeared before reporters in the Cleveland Clinic. Cope underwent procedure after being shot by her husband in a failed murder-suicide attempt. Texas health officials confirmed the first death of the U.S. resident with swine flu. 9 years ago, narrowly divided Supreme Court upheld Christian prayers at the start of local council meeting. Philadelphia guard Michael Carter Williams won NBA's Rookie of the Year award also that year. And 5 years ago, Russians demonstrated in scores of cities across the country against the impending inauguration of Vladimir Putin to a new term as president. Police responded by reportedly arresting 1,600 of them. All right, then. And those are just some of the things that have gone on. One more thing. Where did that go? Well, I can't think where it is. Anyway. Something about the Kentucky Triple Crown justified on its way to a Triple Crown swept splash through the slop at Churchill Downs to win the Kentucky Derby by 2.5 lengths. Racing them horses like that kind of seem to be un-American. You make the horse run fast as he can, and all he gets for his time is some oats. If I was the horses, I'd be asking to get paid. Okay, seriously, I'd be, okay, you're not going to run the hell out of me. And then all you're going to give me is some oats? I don't think so. Y'all need to give a brother some cash. But anyway, so maybe I'll take that up with the people sometime next year for the Kentucky Derby. I'm a little late now. Yeah, I think we ought to pay the horses. Okay, I don't know with what, but running them, they work the hell out them horses. So I'm going to be an advocate for horses. Right? We'll be back.
Jeffrey Rodriguez, living in California, where 21-year-old former UCB murder charges in the stabbing deaths of 2 people at parks on campus. He's also suspected of stabbing homeless women in their tents. Police Chief Darren Pytel credits the public History and tips.
15 people took a description that we had put out. We actually all of me in the media and helped with that. And they saw the person who got the description and they called. And that led directly to the arrest in this case.
Dominguez was carrying a hunting knife in his pocket. Surely as president is vowing to disarm his country after the second mass shooting there in 2 days.
The Putin started late in Thursday evening in a village near the town of Montgomery, about 50 kilometers from Belgrade. Reports suggest there was an argument among young people who gathered from the school playground. One of them left and returned with a rifle. He opened fire and got into a car and continued shooting for the years.
The day before, a 13-year-old confessed to bringing his father's gun to school, killing his classmates in disregard. The government releases its monthly job report in half an hour. It's not done yet.
The consensus is that some 180,000 jobs were added last month, and that the unemployment rate rose 0.1% to 3.6%, still a historically low.
Doctors in Boston are reporting a test on an unborn baby. CBS's Linda Kenyon has the details. The surgery repaired a brain malformation in a 34-year-old piece. The American Heart Association reports the surgery was done as part of a clinical trial at Boston Children's Hospital and Boston's Brigham and Women's Hospital. The American Heart Association reports the surgery redirected blood flow into the brain. Without treatment, it could have led to conditions including heart failure or pulmonary hypertension. Doctors report the baby is progressing well, is on no medications, is eating normally the only way, and showing no negative effects. Will you be tuning in bright and early tomorrow? Years after his mother's coronation, Charles will be crowned in her place on his consort Camilla, crowned as queen. Their transition from a famous third member of Charles's complete. For some years, Charles's late ex-wife Diana will be the birth his first son Harry, present at of tomorrow's ceremony, just like Mr. 912. This is CBS News.
You like acting like everybody else. Business owners, stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. That means General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom design building. It's now 74 STEVL. Money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty and thousands of buildings. From Fortune 500 corporations to startups have trusted the General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful.
Money on that. 888-74 Steel. That's 888-74 50 by 100 Kia Scan Building. Just call 888-747-8335 now. That's 888-74-STEL.
Almost in the southern Dutch city have run their own vineyard, growing and harvesting grapes that they eventually turn into wine. Ribbons sell their wines, and the profits go towards maintaining their 376-year-old confidence. Last year, the harvest was really good. This year, the opposite. They have too much wine, more than 60,000 bottles surplus. Also, they come to the internet in hopes people will buy them up to put them out. It's not the first time they've done this. The sisters had just scrambled to sell a wine surplus in 2020 as well after a deal fell through the pandemic. Stacey Lynn, CBS News. The press freedom group reports China jailed more journalists last year than any other country. Reporters Without Borders has more than 100 Americans. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Enjoy safer and more private internet data. More cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at nordvpn.com. With a few simple clicks, location, and block access to malicious websites.
Happy birthday to you. You know, I just looked at something a couple seconds ago, and it was Tim Scott or somebody said that. And as far as hey, we already gave away those ticket things, so somebody, yeah, I only had two left, so I didn't want to disappoint everybody, so I gave them to somebody that texted me, and yeah, what can I tell you? I didn't have any more left. But anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. Tim Scott, one of the senators said, you know, in the 1980s, in oh, plus coming up 7:30, I got Mr. Poor from 1819 News going to talk a little bit about something that Katie Britt brought up the other day. I'll talk to him about that for a second. But he did say, this guy today said, you know, in 1980s, in certain places in America, you could walk any day and pick up a gun, buy a gun, or even a rifle or a machine gun or whatever you want to buy. And he asked the question, and I think it deserves to be answered. That's the question. We didn't have the shootings, the kind of naked violence that we're having today. And the question is, why? We had more accessibility to guns back in the 80s than we do now, and we had less shootings back then than we do now. Why is that? He came up with the answer. Anyway, who is this on the phone? Good morning, who's this? Yes, ain't there. Good morning? Right, not there. And it was an interesting question. It was an interesting question. And the only thing that has changed significantly since the 1980s or anything like that is the fact that, let's just face it, ladies and gentlemen, let's just face it, we have pretty much said anything goes in America. I mean, for the most part, we said anything goes in America. And where did that come from? My dad. Okay. We said anything goes in America, and some people are taking that literally. I mean, think about it. The thing that has you know, we really have been challenged by standards. Even in the military now, we're lowering standards to get the military. Hell, we still can't get nobody in there almost. We've lowered the standards on ACT tests. We've lowered the standards on entrance exam. We've lowered the standards actually to get in the military. So we've lowered the standards in every facet you could think of, and you're wondering why we have all of this stuff going on. Used to be there was a standard that everybody tried to adhere to. But we don't do that anymore. And that's not what I want to talk about today anyway. But I just heard them say that. And we can actually buy more guns free of regulation, the mini regulation right now, back in the 1980s, and we did not have the quality of guns that we have today. So that which tells me that it is not the gun. I like guns. You know, it is not. It's people. It's from grade school to high school, no discipline. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't have to be tough anymore. You can be the biggest wuss in town. And, we got DEI and all this stuff coming. We try to make every group of people with special, with their own special conditions. We're trying to make them special. Clarence Thomas said a long time ago. He said, when everybody becomes a special group, then no group will be special. And that is about where we are today in America with the problems that we're having. I was just, it's an interesting thing. Think about it. If you got an age on you, you can buy guns, especially in Texas. Man, you can buy guns big time down there. And we didn't have all this shooting and killing and all this stuff like we have now. So it is not the gun. It is the lack of responsibility that we put on folks today. We try to make everybody feel special. If their feelings get hurt, we start firing people. Oh man, what is this country become? There is no rugged individualism in America anymore. Nobody's willing to stand up and say, "Listen, I'm a man." Of course, now that means, now that we don't really know what that means anymore. You say, "I'm a man." Okay, look in the mirror. If you don't see one, something's wrong with you. 860-1440 before I get into any other thing. Good morning, who's this? Yes. I'm doing fine. I hear you fine. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's a conjunction. Cannot is one word. Yeah, I'm just saying, just be technical. Okay. No. Okay. I'm a kid. Why is that? Jesus promised he is coming back. Just what? Jesus promised he is coming back. I look around the world, my friend. Look at all these children talking about all the children just trying to clean up. It's all slow, slow and dull. If you stop in the past, you won't stop. But the time is, you won't do and you right, wrong, or whatever. You can't. You can't. You can't. You don't try. You wind up. It's simple. Okay? Common sense. Time is wrong up. So you get your kid, or shoot somebody, shoot, or shoot, or you get a kid, you get your hand. You have your kid. When you know what you don't have, this is second. Think about that. You get off the towards the there or whatever. You think about what God is doing. Oh, you sleep, Kevin. How is it doing? All righty there, Mr. Ed. Appreciate your call this morning. It is 7:15 in the morning, and I'm just going to go ahead and take my early break because I got to get to the bottom of the hour. So we're going to talk to him and see what's going on and other things. And we still haven't had so much. Are you aware that during the 80s there was a ban on assault weapons? Well, we haven't figured out what an assault weapon is yet. But AK-47 to me looks like an assault weapon. We still can buy those. So I don't know what that means. We still did not have the shootings and the things that are going on in America every day. Now here we are in the 21st century. So we didn't have all this. We had easier access to guns back then. I don't know, but I just one man's opinion. Okay, just one man. That's all. Just mine. Well, it just mine's a couple of senators. We'll be back. Uno momento. Nice cold water.
Transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook at Transformers or call 334-284-9292.
Principle. The bacteria that cause cavities pass from parents to children, so good oral health is a family affair. Take care of baby teeth as soon as they emerge. Talk with your pediatrician about improving oral health. And listen to the dentist or children.org.
Summer is set in, and it doesn't look like Alabama is cooling down anytime soon. To avoid heat illness, it's important to take the new measures. Drink more fluid, stay indoors. When temperatures are extreme, reduce or eliminate human activities during the hottest time of day. And never leave pets with healthy.
family support system strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, and manage heart failure, go to risingupHF.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. News Radio 445.
Okay, 7:21 in the morning. I was just had to go visit Montgomery needs a new mayor. See if they can get stuff over there, but I don't see too much stuff over there except the rough up with the mayor and Pruitt having a disagreement. Okay, nothing too bad over there though. That's good. Nothing too bad over there. But nothing new. Anyway, move right along. One of the things that we had a conversation about that today is news in review. We had a conversation about this thing called the Montgomery Police Review Board, and everybody has a position on it. I am for it, but I am for it not for the same reason that some people are. I don't want us to try to run the police department. I've never been a policeman. I never went out there in the middle of the night on a lonely highway trying to stop somebody and hopefully they won't pull a gun on you or something like that. I've never done that work. I can't tell you anything about that work. I know I know we need them, but we also need to know that everybody is accountable to somebody for whatever actions they are. I'm reminded of the My Lai incident in Vietnam, where they're in war. People are trying to kill them. And Lieutenant Calley was brought up on charges of murder, I believe, because even in war, there are rules. For the Geneva Convention, they came up with the rules of war. Now, people don't always go by the rules, but even as a policeman, doing your due diligence and doing your duty, there is still rules by which you must abide by to the best of your ability. And I think when those rules become clouded, I think the citizens have a right to call you to the carpet, whether it's in the presence of the police chief or somebody like that. I think we as citizens are the final arbiter of those. We should be the final people that either says okay or no. I think the police, you don't use foxes to guard the hen house. If you'll come back, then there won't be no more hens at all. So I think it is a communicative kind of thing, and not it is not. We can't run a police department. Most of us don't know how to do it. But if the things that go on in police departments, okay, cannot be easily explained by police to me, then a citizen review board ought to be able to get the answers broken down into some simple English to explain to us what happened. Okay, it won't be their job to run the police department. But again, there is nothing that the police department should do that ought not be easily explained to the people who pay for that police department through our taxes, hard work, and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm all for the police review board, but not as a supervisory department, merely as an inquisitive department where they ask the questions that the citizens are asking and they can relay those answers to us. Okay, so we don't have to go out in the streets and march and tear up things and stuff like that. It is an inquisitive department and not necessarily one of a supervisory position. And I think as long as we do that, but I do believe they ought to have a right to talk to anybody in the chain of command in the police department to get an answer that they need to get. Okay, not no subpoena power and all that stuff, but at least have something. Because again, at the end of the day, they work for us. We don't work for them. Okay? So I'm just saying, and that's the mayor, and that's the mayor's office too. The mayor doesn't work for. We don't work for the mayor. We don't work for the president. We don't work for the police chief. They work for us. Okay, I'm just saying. So not as a supervisory department, but one as an inquisitive department to get the answers that we want. Okay, when something goes down that we question, and that to me, that's what the police. That's what it is all about. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. Mm. Mhm. Right. Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. I mean, man, I just don't know what kind of nation we're becoming. I mean, our enemies are going to be so emboldened to fight us uh, because they don't know what we are anymore. I mean, when Ronald Reagan was in office, when Trump was in office, I doubt if anybody would think about coming over here and messing with us. I don't think we have. I don't think those people have that fear anymore. You know, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember any, but we sure got a feeling every other day now. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1440. You know, I'm just looking at this guy on this guy that's somebody's out there on the road and panhandling. But I must admit, now if I went by this guy's sign, I'd actually give him something. You know, he says, "I'm too ugly to." He said, "I'm too honest to steal, too ugly to hook, and I have no ID. Can't work without Hope Inspired Ministries would help you get an ID." Okay, so I don't have an ID crap. That's crap over. If you want an ID, Hope Inspired Ministries will help you get an ID. That's one of the things they do for it. I'm just saying. So So that one don't get me. Too ugly to hook. Well, that means you need to work even harder. And too honest to steal. And that's a sign by a panhandler saying, he said, if you have $1, put some cheese on this cracker. Well, loan some money. Now, I must admit, you want to turn me off? If you got a cash app, wait a minute. So you want me to sit at the red light, open my cash app to send you money? Like I know you or something. Really? Seriously? I mean, if you got enough sense to use Cash App, you got enough sense to get a job. And which is one of the reasons why I'm going to have Mr. Poor on this one whenever he gives us a call, because Katie Britt's upset, and I don't blame her. Senator Britt is upset because our worker participation, no, yeah, I don't know who came up with that. Our worker participation rate is low. It's bad in the state of Alabama. In other words, we've got more people than we've ever had who won't look for a job, who won't go to work. So, will we have to do away with unemployment to get people to work? Oh no. What's it going to take? And why is it? And does your employer? And here's a question that has to be asked: does the employer have a responsibility to pay you, quote unquote, a living wage? Now, a couple of weeks ago, I told you guys about the state of Alabama. In the state of Alabama, according to the national figures, you need $47,000 a year to live decently in this state without having to work 2 or 3 jobs. 47 grand a year. Good morning. Yes. Mm. Mm. Well, see, that's what I keep hearing. There are no jobs, but on the other hand, they keep telling me we have plenty of jobs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you also gain a lot of jobs here, though. Mm. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, to give you, Right. Right. Yeah. 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 Oh, they are. There are some. Right. Yeah, yeah, there are some people that think we got too many people, except when it comes to them. I think we'll just get rid of those people who think there are too many people. That's what I'm thinking about. Anyway, 860-1440. And I'm confused on the job thing. I'm confused. On one hand, I got Katie Britt saying that there are people who will not work, which I agree with her. I know some who won't work. But on the other hand, I keep hearing other people say, well, there are no jobs. So make my mind up. Do we have jobs or don't we have jobs? Okay? Because if we don't have jobs, then stop lying about it and let's find some jobs. But I mean, we all know that we need police officers. We are short police officers by the wazoo. So I mean, and if we lower the standards any more to get people to work, we're going to be putting people's lives in jeopardy. So I don't know. I don't. Is there is there any? Well, I tell you what. Here's what we want to do. If you are an employee, okay, you listen to this show. Can you? I need you 860-1440 to tell me if you need people to work. What kind of businesses in Montgomery actually need people to work? Or is it all a fraud and we really don't have that many jobs to go around and we find it easier to say, but they won't work? And does an employer have a right to pay you enough money so you can live with just working one job? I don't know the answer to those, though that's the Chamber of Commerce, but I don't know. Now, the survey I saw a couple of weeks ago said you need $47,000 a year to live in Alabama without having to work two jobs. Personally, okay. Now, $47,000 a year means everything going to go up exponentially. But the problem is everything is already going up exponentially. And so now we can't afford to raise any more prices on anything almost and pay people $47,000 a year as a medium as a medium income, $47,000 a year. Okay. But do people have a right to be able to work one job and not work three? No. Because you got people out here trying to work on living on Social Security, and that's all they get. And I don't know how they do it. I just don't know. I mean, you got people like getting five, six, $700 a month, and that's it. I mean, you're supposed to pay rent out of that, buy groceries out of that, and all that other stuff. For older people, really catching hell right about now. 860-1440 is our number. You want to get a call and talk to us on your mind this morning. Is whose responsibility is it anyway to make sure that you have the skills to make a decent living? I think that responsibility goes to you. Good morning. Yes. I ain't showed up yet. Yeah. Hold on. Well, 20 minutes still. Let me ask you, has it come on the rules? Or our young folks and middle-aged folks are not getting not trained to do jobs that pay well? We're still doing that. Mm. Well, she just proposed it. Right. Well, she can't do it. I mean, but let's wait a minute. Let's be fair. She can't do it. It's up to the legislature to do it. But she can't give me anything. Yeah. She's not the Fuhrer. Well, she probably could use a little more persuasive power, but yeah, she probably could use that. Mhm. Well, I mean, if the jobs are that, my question is, do we really have an abundance of jobs? Do we really have an abundance of jobs, or is that something that we're making up? Because if we don't have an abundance of jobs, then yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Well, yeah, I know a little bit about that story. It's not that the guy just went out there and started choking the man. The man was all up into his face and he was trying to subdue him. And yeah, I don't believe that Al Sharpton said anything. Right. Hmm. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And again, I don't know the extent. I don't know the extent of the man, how much he was bothering people. I don't think. But here's the question: as a citizen, do I have a right to get involved if I see something that I think is dangerous? Yeah, again, I believe that if he gets anything, it'll be manslaughter. I ain't gonna call it murder. I think he was trying. No, no, nobody has the right to kill people. Yeah. Okay. Well, because he was somewhat unique in his approach. Yeah, Hogan's prime minister. That that's because I don't want him to hit me in the head and nothing like that. You too. We gotta take a break. We'll be back. I don't know what Jeff Ford is, but hopefully he'll give us a call. It's 7:46 in the morning. We'll be back.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you. First, read. I started by setting toothpaste. Then I threw out my ashtray and match. I did other things too, like exercise and it worked. But I still complain, especially when I'm home. One of them, a picture of my mother. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
All right, we're back. 860-1440. You can text me 241-9998, area code 234-241-9998. If you don't want to hear your voice heard all on the radio airways of Montgomery. It's early, though. A lot of people not up, so, they won't hear you. It's going to be cold. Let's go back to the phone. Get people there along with this right here. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Morning. And Obama inherited what Bush. Then Obama inherited what Bush left him. Bush inherited. That's not part of my agenda. No, Obama. No. Obama started that. Obama started that. Obama man did that. Obama. Obama. Hey. Wait. They would know what their children was if they didn't try to break into our country. Sorry about that. Yeah, guess what? Again, don't break it, don't invade our country, and you don't have to worry about that. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, that's true. Yeah, yeah, he did help us out. Yeah. Well, listen, leave Ronnie alone. Ronnie, at least, yeah, Ronnie at least was it? Yeah, yes. Oh, okay. Well, I imagine. Okay, I imagine. Let me go. Let me see who's this. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, appreciate it. I got time to take one more call. Who's here now? Here was a woman who is there. Good morning. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe they're the ones who are willing to work. Well, they'll show up for work. Yeah. Here's what I like to find out if any of those Hispanic people are turning down young men of color who want to work, or young men of color are not even trying to apply. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm pretty sure they like a good worker, more like a good worker too, to come help them. You would think. I mean, is anybody young men of color trying to get those jobs anymore? I've heard nobody ever called and said I tried to get the job, but they wouldn't hire me. But that means that our system is working there. They get paid too. Ain't no wrong with that. All right, I appreciate it. I gotta take a break. Last one more hour to go on this Thursday or Friday morning, and we'll be back. I'm talking about serious things. So, is there a lack of jobs, or is there a lack of people for the job? I don't know. Anybody got the answer? We'll be back.
Difficult reasons. And inflation was still high. Employers were hiring anyway. Others from the labor department told us food expectations on 253,000 jobs in April, increase over the month before. And workers were making more. Market strategist Victoria Fernandez. They had some hope that we would start to see a lessening of pressure this month on wages, that they would start to moderate. But instead, this report shows that wages actually went up pretty significantly. The unemployment rate fell to 3.4%, time for the lowest level since 1969. He informs about a conservative efforts given Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas as that leader of financial and his team for tuition payments for his grandnephew public school. Correspondent John Crawford from the Supreme Court. This report evaluated how the Thomas granted its workers those tuition payments with the defendants of the year. Regardless, this is another example of Justice Thomas coming under scrutiny for giving help supporting his lifestyle and his family. He arrested a staffing school near the University of California, Davis. CBS's community report.
21-year-old Carlos Dominguez is now facing 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. He's a former student at UC Davis. In fact, the school says he was, quote, separated for academic reasons just 2 days before the first body was found. Police said he was wearing clothes matched a description from the photo attack and was found on Robert's parking lot. A homeless man was reported. He was shot in the intent.
in 2 days. The latest involved a 21-year-old who police as we go through different villages. CBS's President Alexander Bishop, which will toll he describes as a practical dishonor of service. In addition, he says the government will hire 1,200 new police officers to improve security in schools. Wednesday, a 15-year-old in Serbia confessed to killing school guard. Protesters gathered at that place in New York City to demand charges against a white subway rider who allegedly choked a homeless man to death. Prosecutors say they're conducting a rigorous investigation. Mayor Paul Gutman, the former transit police officer, has asked for patience. S&P futures are up 29. Dow futures are ahead 197. This is CBS News. If you own a small to medium-sized business, it definitely feels the employee protection credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And more businesses that have it qualify. The experts at NewPlacePro.com specialize in giving people websites that qualify for this government program. Most programs are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received people programs put together. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive them. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experiences shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or even revenue due to COVID, you'd like to qualify. RefundsPro.com is already helping hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you will find the seat of program. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's RefundsPro.com. The Kentucky Derby is tomorrow. Businesses in a neighboring state are reaping some of the profits. WLKY-TV Chicago Board. Wendy Derrick, President and CEO of Women's Southern Indiana. She says that the hotel game happening as well. I was brought up in Southern Indiana, and there's still maintaining over 90% occupancy for Derby Week. It's been described as the Christmas for hotels, the way that retailers will celebrate Christmas. Tourism experts say millions in economic revenue will be gained throughout Southern Indiana this week alone. I think Southern Indiana is fortunate to benefit from the Kentucky Derby Festival and the Derby activities just as much as the local business community is. Lizzo is sending regrets. There was no music at her concert scheduled for Montreal. I was sort of open and say, I know, Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mhm. Well, I don't know. It's probably being on early in the morning. A lot of people get tired. They say, it's early in the morning. I'm going back to sleep. So anyway, I guess Jeff got busy this morning. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Welcome back, phone. It's 8:07 in the morning, 1 hour left to have a conversation about the things that matter and some things that don't matter. 860-1440. So let me go to the phone and see who is here. Good morning. Thanks for holding. I'm doing fine.
It's been said that a lie told once remains a lie, and a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. And that is exactly what we have, unfortunately, currently in this current Democrat Party. You have is just hell bent on corrupting and destroying all of America's institutions and systems. There's not been one system or institution that we have not come on the top of the current party. Don't get me wrong, it's not, I'm talking about the party. There have been good people in the party, but as a whole, that party has attacked the voting system, the electoral college system, the justice system, the Supreme Court system, U.S. Constitution, our economic system, and our educational system.
And our religious system.
Name it, they come under attack.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, you got the other party that aligned themselves under that office of the well, they must take it away. But all it takes is, like I said, good people to do nothing, and evil will prosper. Okay? I don't know, a lot of people aren't aware of this Biden's so-called mortgage redistribution plan. You aware of that? You came in.
No, what is that? What's that about? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah. So if you're responsible enough and pay your bills on time the best you can, you somehow secure a decent credit score, and now you're gonna, from what I remember, they're gonna end up getting higher interest rates than the grown folks, than the people who that don't make no sense. Right, right. Hmm. Because the difference, see, that don't make no sense. And what we are trying to reward people because who have not worked hard and punish the people who worked hard. What country is this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know 100 years from now we won't be here. We will not be in the United States for 100 years from now. We won't be here. No. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. All right, appreciate it. 860-1440. Let's go back to this right here. Come on. Thanks for holding. Pretty good. Thanks for holding. You've been holding for a minute. Right about that. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, probably not much. I mean, probably what, maybe 10%, maybe. Well, but I think, and I know where it puts us, but it's kind of a false narrative because everything here is exponentially higher than it is every place else also. So, I mean, it's kind of a not a fair comparison. But we also have running water and lights and everything in our homes, and so right, right, it is. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But at some point, though, right? But at some point, like this AI, at some point, that's going to affect all of us. And so, and so I don't. Listen, I like robots. I love them, but that really means you should be more efficient and not necessarily lay people off. But that's what they do. So there's well, wait a minute. The truck got to bring it. So unless they have, yeah, I know, but I ain't getting behind one. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Since you've been a manager and you just studied the economics, I think. Um, should we have such a thing as a livable wage? The state of Alabama, according to I think the Pew Research or something like that, $47,000 is what the wages should be in the state of Alabama. So you don't have to work two jobs and you can live decently, not overly comfortable, but decently. Should everybody make 47,000? But what about those folks whose lifestyle choices that go to school? Now they took the wrong stupid thing up and they can't get a job in gender studies. Yeah. Mm. I mean, and it sounds now it sounds simple, and I'm with you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, it right. Mm. Right. There are jobs. I mean, everybody's not going to get a job on the radio or a job, that they love right off. I agree with you. You have to. We are victims of our choices in life. There's no doubt about it. I'm a victim of a lot of mine, and so I understand that. But yeah, I, I hear you. Hey, appreciate it, my friend. Got to go to work. As a matter of fact, somebody just told me that White Water Park is actually looking for workers now. Um, so again, I asked the question earlier: is it because everybody here? Well, I can't find a job. I don't know. Are you really looking for a job? Really, really, are you really looking for a job? I mean, I don't know. Are the jobs not available? But evidently, the White Water people. I don't know if I can get Doug Singleton to give us a call and let us know if that's true or not, or we just put that on the news just to say. But I need to know any of our county commissioners. Are we looking for workers at the White Water Park? Water, whatever it's called. We'll be back. I go down there, but you just got to always give me I got to have one of them vestiges. So if I accidentally slip in that water, I won't be gone forever. I'm just saying, I swim a little bit, but I need a little help from the vest. I'm just saying. So if I got to go down there and get a job, I guess I have to do that. 8 6 but I can't do it till after I turn 66, which is sometime in a week or so. So I'll be out there. Then I can make some money. I wouldn't want to go out and make money, regular money with do that. That's what pay free. I pay for it, but I'm just saying. You know. Anyway, we'll be back right after these messages. All right? 860-1440. You can text me, 241-9998. Are the jobs out there? Our people just don't want them? Or is that a figment of our imagination? I just heard that they are hiring for the White Water Park. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get one of our county commissioners to join us and let me know if that's true or not. We'll be back.
look fighting right now. We're seeing 40 years of inflation, 40% higher gas, 40% higher food, higher electricity, oil, and energy costs. And now he wants to raise taxes by $4.7 trillion. It's obvious that that can't be trusted anymore. There's no wonder Americans moving to go themselves to the country. This is your last opportunity before outside the higher. To raise this down, because we're not only protecting the average, we can get a $10,000 for yourself from John Kelly's part of the world. $10,000 you call the best chance to prove you the best opportunity to protect your country today. You call 855-815-4. That's 855-815-4. I have got you a better job. Hey, sorry I made you hold so long. I just, I'm getting old. That's it. What's up? Yeah. Well, you wait. Listen, you wait longer than that on the sports people down the hall. So yeah, so, we good. Long story keep you waiting. Yeah, long story keep you waiting for. Yeah, he'll keep you waiting for an hour. Okay, okay. Mm. What's up? Mhm. Okay. Well, I don't know. I think it's against, and again, I got to get some evidence from labor. I think it's against the law to pay people under the table and don't take out taxes and all of that stuff. So I don't really think many people doing that. You see that? Well, why should they stop? If people want to work, yeah, I don't know. But they're willing to work. No, they're willing to work.
Well, now I haven't. I talked to a couple of my Hispanic friends out there. They said they're not working for no minimum wage. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, it was. He's right. Yeah, but the Democratic Party, the National Democratic Party, is goes against what we. Well, no, they took it down to 100. They took it down to $100. Hmm. Hmm. When you can't get on everything rather than 3 minute call. I mean, yeah, but there's something. Yeah, but you right. But well, he's right though. The philosophy of that party, the National Party, wait a minute. No, they're not. Republicans are not pushing guys to what they supposed to do that for us. They're supposed to set an environment so we can do for ourselves. Wait a minute, I ain't gonna turn the $400 down, but well, yeah, yeah, but again though, all she can do, all the governor can do is recommend. Yeah, yeah, I, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. It ain't my $400 till I get it. No, no, not really, not really. And that's the problem with us now. That's why we got bad credit. We always spending money we don't have. Right? Right? Appreciate it. Let me see who's good morning. Good morning. No, my bad. Yeah, in this room. Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess we all got a color. Well, I don't. I don't think they are necessarily people of color the way we define it. No, it sounds discriminatory. But I'm not mad at people who want to work. That's what he said, but that's a bunch of crap. Because he's a chair. Because he's the chairman. Right, right. But yeah, everybody's smoking pot. Yeah. 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 Not on the bus, it wasn't. Right. with Floyd. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, Appreciate it. Also, let me before I go to the next break, it would be remiss of me to not mention it, but our prayers and condolences go out to Doug Singleton. Speaking of Doug Singleton, who lost his mother about 6, 7 days ago. So our prayers go out to him, and so he really don't feel like talking on the radio right now. I understand. Uh, Been there, done that. Anyway, 860-1440 is our number. It is 8:34 in the morning. Got to take a last break of the hour. When we come back, okay, I'm trying to give you 2 calls, then I'll go to break. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes. Somewhat. Well, of course I agree with. Of course I agree with that. Mhm. Of course I would agree with that. Unless you call right, right, and wrong, wrong, we confused. Well, I'm not the conscience of Montgomery or the world. Things that I deal with the things, but I deal with the things I want to deal with. And callers can deal with the things you want to deal with. If you want to call it wrong, 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 then go be my guest. It's not my job to take care of everybody's moral dilemmas. Yes, you're talking about it now. If it has to make sense. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Right. Yeah. Only for the horses. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be much money of that in Montgomery. Mm-hmm. You brought what you thought was evil. You brought what you thought was evil. I may not think what you. I, Right. What you think is evil. What you think is evil, I don't necessarily think that sometimes. Well, no, we just need. I mean that. Yeah. Again, I'm not familiar with well, I don't know if it's evil or not. It could be it could be a miscarriage of justice, but that doesn't necessarily make them evil. Well, I don't know if people may lies about you. Well, then we have to go by their decision. No, no, but I got to go to a break now. But we can have this conversation another day. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Well, Montgomery, right now things are looking good. Being supported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Forget your money. Just bring your good credit to Reinhardt Used Car Super Center and drive home today. Reinhardt Used Car Super Center on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. It, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
Hey, folks, it's Joe.
Hey, Kathy from American Ocean.
This is your special invitation to our 29th anniversary sale.
For a limited time, everything in American Ocean inventory, catalog, and special orders, 50% off the top tag price.
That's right, half off. Living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, and outdoors.
Interest-free financing available. Mattress accessories and cozy included.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years. You don't pay the fake money, don't pay the fake loyal. Hey, this Joe.
Hey, Kathy from the Rusting Outlet at American Ocean. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than a new warehouse will hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 big days. We're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale.
So bring the decision maker, tape measure, and shredder. These items won't last long at this low price.
Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website.
Don't miss the biggest furniture sell-off the River Region has ever seen. Rusty Furniture Outlet at American Ocean Mall.
Is pain keeping you from living the life you love? The Good Feet Store's arch supports are designed to improve performance and alleviate even eliminate your foot, knee, hip, or back pain. Stop into your local Good Feet store today for a free personalized fitting and test walk, or make an appointment at goodfeet.com. Try before you buy. You've got nothing to lose. The Good Feet store, America's arch support experts, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
When it comes to tires, fall ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Come fix my home.
I'm Martin Hook, the inventor of Navage nasal care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. But Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, measles, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, my doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. They're nice when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver. Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage. All natural solutions trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep better, snore, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, true note, healthy life.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 14.
And we are back. Let me see if I got my guest on here this morning. Anyway, good morning. Who's this? Oh, wait a minute. Good morning. Well, I was looking for Jeffrey Poor, but hey, listen, I was calling you though. First of all, let me give our condolences for the loss of your mom. We're so sorry to hear that. Um, yeah. We just Whitewater. We were talking about jobs this morning, and evidently we had a news break that said that they're hiring. Are they looking for people to work? Hmm. Right. Hmm. Okay. You got any supervisory positions open? Okay. Okay. Is there any way, Doug, that you can bring a member of the with yourself, a member of the whatever that district thing that manages this thing, whatever you call that? Right. Is there any way? Yeah, yeah, and let's let people ask, just ask a couple of questions, and bring them with you next week or something like that. Just let me know what day we can do it. Monday's good. Yeah. Okay, Monday's good. Okay, all right, right, all right. Well, good. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not a member of that board, but that's okay. I know you do. Yeah, I know you do. Okay. All right. Well, then, call me. Yeah, call me over the weekend so I know how to prepare. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I just wondering why I'm not on that board. Good morning on there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at that. I want to look at these. How many of these high paying jobs will local people get?
Well, again, we're gonna. Right. Well, you will agree, right? But you will agree we needed somebody with experience on this thing, and Montgomery didn't have a whitewater park, so you had to bring somebody in that knew what the hell was going on already. Yeah, that of course, I wouldn't know that, but anyway, hopefully they'll be here Monday and they can answer all them questions for you. You there? Did I lose you? Okay, I hope I did. Right. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Who's this? Yeah. Right. And you're gonna right. And that's what I just told you too. We got to have somebody with experience. But hopefully you'll be here Monday to talk a little bit more about it, and somebody with you, and we'll finish that conversation. Thanks, sir. Bye. Let me see here. Take a couple more calls. We're gonna call in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Pretty good. No, okay. All right. Well, that's right there on Monticello, right across the street from the hotel. You came visit veterans wellness, and so you're gonna have some what wings or anything like that. What you gonna have? Okay. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate it, sir. How long is that gonna go on for? All right, 10 to 12. All right, that Cinco de Mayo celebration at Veterans Wellness, which is located right there on Monticello, right across the street from the hotel. You can't miss it. When you turn up the street, look on the left, look on the right, there's a hotel, and right across the street from those guys is Veterans Wellness. Go there and check it out. A free meal don't come too often. So let's get over there and get that. All right. All right. Thanks a lot, David Grant. Okay. Appreciate it. Wow, man, it's been an interesting day. A couple other things. The court's moving sentencing of former state representative Will Dismuke to July 17th. Our prayers and condolences go out to him too. His father committed suicide, and wow, what a way to end things. But give him prayers too. And I still say the judge screwed the guy. Okay, but that's okay. I'm gonna get him up in sometime next week. We're gonna talk about that too. One more call. Good morning. All right then. Okay then. I know why y'all just cancel your call, but I don't know. Listen, I love you. Don't get me wrong. You're all right with me. 8:55 in the morning. What else is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I bring old Will up here next week. Britt, and this is what got this started was totally and completely unacceptable. Britt decries Alabama's low labor participation rate. While Alabama continues its streak of low unemployment tallies, it also struggles with workforce participation. In other words, finding people to work. In recent months, the state's labor participation rate has remained just above 56%, among the lowest in the nation. Doing an interview with another radio show, the Jeff Poor Show, U.S. Senator Katie Britt acknowledged the problem and suggested that federal benefits kept some parts of the able-bodied workforce on the sidelines. And she's probably right. So we need to get more folks out there working. Good morning. Who's this? Well, we'll have to ask our city leaders that, and I think that's a great question. We still don't have a street in Montgomery after Martin Luther King. Mm, I know. I'll find out though. Good morning on there. Okay. Okay. What a way to end the show today. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, got my first office. I got to straighten my office up. I got an office now. Yeah, with a window. And like I got a 93-inch TV in there. So I'll be here most of the time from now on. Yeah, got a 93-inch TV on the wall. I got a refrigerator to put in there for me and all kind of things. So I can almost live in my office now. One more call and we can call it in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, that's it. I knew that was coming. Anyway, so now what do I need from? What else do I need from all? Any home, anything you guys want to give me, I'll put in the office. I mean, but we can't. So during football season, I'll be up here in my office watching the football games on my 92-inch TV. Yeah, I took up the whole wall. You know, I guess so. You get some for being here a long time. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's my early birthday present. Oh yeah, don't forget my birthday's on the 16th of May. If I live and nothing happens, I expect to get some presents or something, big celebration or something like that. And if not, well, just a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken will be all right. I'm just saying, if you're broke, you can just bring a brother some chicken. Okay. I gotta go to Kentucky. Back to KFC. Have a good weekend. And remember, there's no shame in saying I'm sorry to people that you hurt. Bye.